Almost there. Almost there. The mirror of self-esteem, the happiness factor. That's what we're working on tonight. Our minds have superpower. Mirrors by Justin Timberlake. It's kind of important because it's part of what we're doing. And grandbaby wanted to jump in. I'll let you see my grandbaby maybe next broadcast. She's a hoot. She gonna love her. But she'll take over the broadcast. See, Dr. David, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm a motivational mentor. Thank you, all live viewers. Thank you for everyone who is replaying. I appreciate that more and more. Thank you for those who share. Definitely appreciate you. Our minds have superpowers. All the comic books that you ever read, I'm a comic book fan. So, still a comic book fan. Was when I was a teenager. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, all those superpowers that they wrote about, that we're actually writing about the superpowers that's in our mind. It shouldn't be any surprise to us, but maybe it is to some, others it's not. We have superpowers. And we could use our superpowers to do some amazing things. The reason why, a lot of times, because our minds have superpowers, people look at good actors and actresses and they see, how they're able to go from one character to the next. They wonder how they're able to do that. That's because they got superpowers. And they're able, that's a superpower. To be able to motivate or inspire somebody based on a character or a feeling or a narrative that you've read and you understand it. That's a superpower. We have a host of superpowers. It's just too many to list here today. But since we have 100 billion neurons firing up in our brain cells, we can use those 100 billion neurons to activate our superpowers, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. Anybody who's a billionaire, they're using their superpowers to the max, okay? And most billionaires are happy. And that's one of the things that, that's one of the superpowers we have to remember to use constantly. That's why I call it the happiness factor. It's kind of like a off-the-wall name for a superhero, but, it can do what it's supposed to do, okay? And then our self-esteem, our self-worth, those are superheroes as well. And along with happiness, they can fuel anything that we want to do, fuel and accomplish anything that we're looking for. And it's very important that we use them. Unconditional love, that's a huge superpower. That's like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and the Green Lantern combined. Unconditional love is that's like saying the Justice League all working together in order to save humanity. Which is what unconditional love can do, for anything that you apply to. But we'll focus on the mirror of self-esteem because that's the subject of my book that's coming out about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Somebody mentioned, you need to mention the Seven Dwarfs when you talk about Snow White because some people might not know what you're talking about. So it is Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. And you remember the story about the fable, Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. The queen was actually asking about her self-esteem. Is my self-esteem high enough? Does anyone have a self-esteem that's greater than mine? And which she did when the mirror did reveal to her, when her self-esteem did tell her that there was someone, whose self-esteem was much more brighter. Then she got angry, and of course, she went to go hunt Snow White down in order to stop her. Now, the interesting thing is that we all have to realize that Snow White was always working to help others. She worked to help the Seven Dwarfs. The Seven Dwarfs themselves, they were mining for gold and silver, precious metals and everything. Those are precious thoughts. Those are precious memories that the Seven Dwarfs were looking for, were searching for in caves. And they were looking for them in caves because this was knowledge that was buried, that a lot of people don't use, that very few people use. And the dwarfs also symbolize, I know I'm hesitant because I know my publisher is probably watching this, and they're probably cringing. He's going to give away the whole book. But the seven dwarves are representative of people with focused minds. It's not. It's not. Their stature is a metaphor for being focused, but totally focused. And I'm not gonna go through all the seven dwarves. I'll do that in the book, so my publisher won't be having a heart attack during this broadcast. But that was what I wanted to share with you so far. Is that we need to realize that the queen was upset. Thank you, Living Sheik. Thank you. I appreciate that. And she retweeted. You're happy to retweet. You're happy to like our broadcast. And, please be happy to share with you much. Press as many hearts, likes, whatever's in your heart. And thank you very much. The seven dwarves and Snow White were always looking to help someone. Even when Grumpy, was hesitant about it, some of the other dwarves, they had more open hearts. Grumpy had a reason for it. I can't go into it, but because like I said, our publisher might have a heart attack. So, with that being said, the mirror of self-esteem is a reflection of our true self, our self-worth, how we feel about ourselves, not how we feel about what others think about us. We have to concentrate on our own self-worth being as much or as great or as impressive or whatever you want to call it, as long as you realize it's self-love. That's another superpower, self-love. Everybody needs to, have a solid self-love in order to withstand the challenges that we face on a daily basis. And that's, something that I wanted to share with you very quickly. I only had a few minutes, but I wanted to get this in. I'm trying to get these, these portions in, so that everybody be able to enjoy this and see what part that, you'll be able to benefit from. I hope everybody enjoyed it. If you have a chance, send me a tweet about what you thought about it, or if you'd like to learn a little bit more. Remember about our King Midas challenge. Immediately after our King Midas challenge, which is going to be in 12 months, I'm going to have a Snow White challenge, so just be ready for it. Because these fables hold a lot of secrets about our consciousness and our subconsciousness, and I want to share that with the world. They're going the giveaways and the inspirations, as far as giving people several tips about the King Midas story and several tips about the Snow White fable, are important for me to give that to people as much as possible, and then share the books with everyone as well. But remember, your self-worth, your self-image, and everything that you have about yourself is in your hands. Make sure that you take care of it yourself and don't put it in anyone else's hands. That's like giving somebody the steering wheel to your car while you're driving. That's not a good thing. You need to drive and be the emphasis for your happiness. And with that, thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being a part of our world for tonight.